All right, great. Welcome to the show, everybody. I got a great one for you today. The name of this show is called "It's Not Simping If You've Got It." A lot of men lately on my post suggest that because I'm saying, hey, it's cool to take care of your girl. You should strive to provide for your woman. You should work to be able to, handle day-to-day or nice-to-have costs for your woman, okay? That should be inside of you anyways. In my experience, just in life, I think that having a girlfriend isn't cheap. It just costs money. Having anything in your life, especially if there's people involved, it costs money. Literally, if you have a house, everything breaks, everything falls apart, everything needs maintenance and repairs all the time. You have a car, same thing. Your maintenance and repairs all the time. And it costs money, okay? There is a cost to things. If you're gonna have a place, have a lifestyle, have things that you own or care for or provide for, it all costs money. That's just the cost of life. And when you add another human being in the mix, those are the most expensive. That's the most expensive things in your life are people. Whether that's your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, and people are expensive as fuck. There's all the time ongoing maintenance. And we can go backwards a bit. Where it's like, if you have kids, their teeth are all fucked up. You need a dentist. Costs a dentist to maintain your children's teeth. It costs to maintain your teeth. It costs to maintain literally everything. You go to a barber to cut your hair. Some of you guys are going and getting your beards done. Whatever. It all costs. All right. So providing means not only providing for your costs in your life, but also for the people that your loved ones. That's it. Okay. And so I'm suggesting this on my social media regularly. All right. And people are saying, well, if you're giving any money, if you're giving if you're giving money to your girlfriend to get her nails done, that's simping. You're a simp. You're letting her take advantage of you or whatever. And I'm like, guys, here's the thing. Here's the biggest takeaway I can tell all of you. All right. Everybody that thinks that giving your girlfriend money for your fucking nails or something is simping. Here's the biggest takeaway. It's not simping if you got it. That's it. If you know how much it would cost to pay for my girl's nails, it's a nothing cost to me. I don't give a shit at all. But I know that it would make her feel, how considerate that he would just cover that cost. How considerate of him. That was nice of him to do. And and that costs me, if the cost is next to nothing for me, it literally takes me it costs me more in the energy to say, Venmo, here, get your nails done, girl. That costs me more in the energy to do that than me feeling the impact of the loss of the $150 or whatever the fuck it would be. Okay? And so I send that out to her. She goes, oh, wow, that's nice. And then, he wants me to get red. Let me think about that. And she's going to like that you considered the fact that you're the one, here, get your nails done, girl. I like red. Bam, 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 bam. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to go get my nails done red. All right? And she's going to like that you're involved. She'll like that you're participating. And then she'll be doing it for you. And that's dope. Because now it's like, now you're involved in her life in a way. You see? And she'll like doing that for you. And it's not really about the money. Maybe it's a little bit about the money for her, but it's way more the fact that you're considerate. But the fact that you're just able to do that, and it literally, if it costs you next to nothing and you're compared to your wallet size, then who gives a shit? It's basically free. And then she'll just be happier for it. And then you'll reap the benefits of that. And then you'll also know that then when she got the red nails done, that she did that shit for you. Isn't that better? Isn't that better? It's not simping. That's just being a man. A man that gives a shit. And if it's like, I shouldn't have to give her any money, maybe you should just make more fucking money. Maybe you should just get more money. Then you won't have to feel like, wow, I shouldn't have to give someone my hard-earned money. The problem is you're not making enough. And instead of being mad at women, you should just focus on yourself as a man and make more money. Life's expensive. Get fucking used to it. I'm sick of people complaining about it. It's not going to get cheaper. Babies aren't cheap. Movie tickets aren't cheap. Fucking popcorn and Raisinets aren't cheap. Any date, any activity, anything is not cheap anymore. Get used to it. So being mad that here's the thing. Most women don't demand you pay for shit. But there's a little bit of an expectation that you as a man would offer or volunteer or should at least suggest that you would cover things for her because you care about her. And they like the feeling that like, oh wow, he provides for me because he cares about me. And that's dope. And by the way, why are you fighting that, bro? You should live for that. That should be like what you're about. And if you're not about that, something's wrong. Something's broken. It's broken inside. All right? And you should really reassess yourself. Because taking care of your woman is like the only thing there is to do. Like in your kids, your family, whatever. So, it's not simping if you got it. If you make enough money such that the frivolous costs of your girlfriend's goddamn maintenance is a nothing thing for you, then you just got it. And that's it. The end. You got it. Doesn't matter. It didn't hurt me at all. No problem, boo. Make you happy? Fine. I don't even care. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Go get your nails done. Get your sauna on. Whatever. Get your spa day on. Whatever. Right? And that obviously, and I hate to say this because what's obvious to me is just so painfully not obvious to others, and it drives me bananas. But I guess that's why I have a whole platform here. The thing is that it should just be, you should just be able to gift or bequeath things to your woman and without them trampling over you or you being some fucking loser that gets walked all over in life. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm not suggesting you go work for a paycheck, bow your head down and just hand it to your bitter, ungrateful wife. I'm not saying that. Obviously, again, obvious to me, I guess. Because that's what men are suggesting. They're like, oh, well, she's just going to take advantage of you. Why do you think that? They're just going to do what you allow them to do. You see what I'm saying? Like you allow yourself to be treated how you're going to be treated. All right? If you let your woman disrespect you and walk all over you and demand money from you and you just hand it, okay, that's your problem. That's a you issue. That's a deep inside you issue. Okay? But I'm not suggesting doing that shit at all. And by the way, women don't want that. Relationships can certainly progress to that, but women don't want to trample their man. Women don't want to be standing on their necks about just demanding cash from them. They don't want that. They want a man they can respect and admire and adore and appreciate and be grateful for. That's what women want. And if you're just a man that makes so much money, you're busy, but you make so much money you can take care of it, and you're just like, yeah, go get it done, girl. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Here's the price. Boom, 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 boom. All for you. Let's go. They're going to like you, and that's dope, and you should want that for yourself. And there's a way in which you can do that such that you're not just some loser that is just getting trampled on by some woman who doesn't respect you. And why that's not painfully obvious blows my mind. It really blows my mind. And then they'll just say that shit in my comments. You see, they'll say that shit in my comments like, I'll be like, yes, men should make more money and women should focus on being pretty. And like focus on both of those things. And then y'all will attract one another, right? Make a lot of money. Women focus on the way your appearance is and being nice. And you combine those two together and you will have initial attraction. Then after that, the relationship can go from there. But from initially, do the best you can to look the best. Make the most money that you can and be the best man you can be. And then that will attract one another. And then from there, start a relationship. That's fine. All right. And then here's the thing. Then I'll say that kind of shit. And then they'll just be like, in my comment section, shallow begets shallow. And I'm like, Okay, Catherine, like you're just so fucking deep. Like you're just at home, just Miss Philosopher, just so deep, and you're bestowing in my comment section your wisdom because you refuse to put a comb through your hair and wax your caterpillar fucking eyebrows. You're just so much better than the rest of us because you're so wise. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Men should get money. Women should put themselves in a way that is attractive to the men they want to attract. And that's it. And you're not just so much smarter than everybody else. Like you're just, men have said the same shit on my stuff. Wow, that's just so easy for you to say. Shut up. It's not easy. It's hard the whole way. And you just saying that, my advice is shallow. Listen, it's not, here's the thing. Because they'll say that, you might have money, but you're not deep like I am. You're not smart like me, Mr. So Smart. Sitting at home broke as fuck, engaging on another man's social media. Like, you're not as smart as I am. You just have money. That's all you're. What do you think it takes to make money? You think it's just a bunch of dummies out here just making a lot of money? What do you think it takes? You know what I mean? It takes a high level of intelligence, a high level of EQ. It takes leadership, capabilities, promises, keeping those promises. You know what that takes? Integrity. That's all the characteristics you should strive for as a man. But you don't do that. You just sit at home broke and then comment on my shit. How much deeper you are. You're not shallow, but you're in my comment section. Shut the fuck up. And I promise, likely you're not as intelligent because you're spending your time in my comment section and being broke. That sounds dumb to me. It's not fucking shallow to have social awareness, to be able to be attractive and put yourself out there in the world, to be able to make money in this life. All of that is hard, and it takes conscientiousness, and it takes awareness, self-awareness, hella self-awareness. And it takes and being a person that understands all of those things and how all that works together, and then being able to apply that to your own life takes a lot of intelligence, and that's not shallow. But for some reason, the masses just think that if you're pretty as a woman, you're automatically shallow and dumb. Wrong. Some of the best people that I know, gorgeous women, are super smart and capable. They're not just all shallow and dumb like the movie, like in Clueless, that are just I don't know. It's not like that. They're smart enough to know to take great care of their self and their appearance and how they're portrayed out into the world. You need to understand that will get you far in this life. Man or woman, especially women though. And so just because you're pretty doesn't mean you're fucking dumb and incapable. And just because you have money doesn't mean you're also dumb and incapable. But for some reason, people think that that's the case. He just has money, but if he wouldn't have that, he wouldn't have anything. Bro, what do you think it took to make money? Being uneducated, being dumb, unable to do anything, lacking integrity, confidence, all the things that it takes to make money in this life. What do you think it took? You see? And you likely have no idea, but the thing is that you're in my comment section spending your time commenting your not so well thought out opinions on my posts as if you're better, and you're not better. That makes you way worse. You see? That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? It's just common sense to me, I guess. And just because a woman's pretty doesn't mean she's just shallow and dumb. No, she isn't. That's also wrong. What an assumption to make and apply it to everyone else whom you know nothing about. Crazy. That's crazy. So when I say you should pay for your girl's nails, pay for her hair and all that stuff, it's not because you're just some pay pig wallet loser with no say in life, and you're just getting trampled over by every woman on the street, every Jezebel on the streets. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting if you have a woman that you care about, y'all in some sort of relationship together, and you're just being thoughtful and taking care of her stuff for her in a way that's not you being a person who's a cuck and gets run over in life, and just in a way that is from a masculine way, thoughtful and considerate, those things will take you far in life. And that's dope for you as the man who's gifting that to her. That's cool. That's a dope thing because you're taking care, because you have the wherewithal and the ability to want to take care of your people, and you can because you got it. Stop simping because you got it. Y'all get it? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? The fact that I even have to elaborate on that at all blows my mind. And the fact that people think that they shouldn't have to, like shouldn't even, well, that doesn't apply to me. She's gonna have to maintain herself. She's gonna be with me. She's gonna have to pay for herself. Well, what the fuck makes you so great, sir? Why are you so magnificent that she should just be graced with your presence? Because the way I see it, if you're worried about money, you got to have a lot going on somewhere else to make up for that shit. Maybe you do. And maybe he does. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. That shit ain't going to last for long. Oh, man. Because I would tell you, if you don't have money, then it's just going to be excuses. Because by the way, as the relationship progresses, it just gets more expensive. Because that's how life goes. Y'all ever try to rent somewhere for long enough? It gets more expensive. Y'all ever try to just run a business long enough? It gets more expensive as you go. That's how relationships are too. Just get used to it, man. Just get used to paying. Pay for your girl's dinner. I like to go above and beyond. It depends on the girl. But sometimes it's just, for me, it's dope to just be like, hey, we have dinner tonight. I picked out something for you. Put on this dress. Here, and wear these shoes. We have dinner at 8. The driver will pick you up. Or I'll pick you up, depending on where she lives. I like that. That's just me. I want her to wear what I picked out, so I'll have it delivered. That's dope to me. I'm not saying everybody needs to do that, but somebody would say that's simping. I think it doesn't affect me at all. I don't care at all. It doesn't cost me, and relatively speaking, it doesn't cost me anything. So it's not simping if you got it. You guys understand? Oh man. And you know what? I like in the grand scheme of things, I get it. Life's getting expensive. America's going crazy with this economy thing, whatever. It's hard out here. I hear you. But the way I see it is, maybe if you're really struggling financially, you don't think you should have to, it's to the point where you're like, there's no way I could afford somebody else's nails or some other, expensive dates, or even have to, there's no way I could afford to split the do anything other than split the bill. Then I would just say, you're just not in a financial position to date seriously. Go to like a dive bar and have a beer and hook up with dive bar girls. Do that. But don't get mad about not having a girlfriend with good taste. It's going to cost. Hello, everybody. Quite a rant. It's not simping if you got it, boys and girls. If you got the money, it doesn't really affect you. It's not simping because it doesn't bother you, and it's dope. At the end of the day, even if, let's say it did affect you a little bit, like it wasn't a nothing cost, it was a something cost. The feeling that you get as a man knowing that, yeah, I got her that necklace, I got her that bracelet, that ring she's wearing, I bought her that. and she chooses to put it on because it's dope. The feeling you get as a man, knowing that she put that shit on, that you got her, is dope. I like knowing that. I like it when her neck is shining. And that's my shit. Not because I'll be damned if some other man gave her some necklace she's wearing. Are you kidding me? Even if it were her father, fucking maybe. But if it's a family heirloom from her father, okay, fucking maybe. But she needs to stack that shit with something I got her to. Fine. But any other man than that, no fucking way. Could you imagine having a girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance or some shit has like some nice ass necklace on, some diamond whatever the fuck, you know, that some other man bought her, and it's so nice she didn't want to get rid of it. It's a nice necklace, you know, big nice fucking diamond whatever, right? She doesn't want to get rid of it. She doesn't want to get rid of her diamonds, right? And then you come along and then she's putting that on every day. Could you imagine that? Some other man's collar? No way. That's crazy. I would never. I would die first. That's crazy. So you gotta get her something better than that, man. You gotta get her something better than that ex-man. And I can't even imagine living that way. I'd feel so inadequate or emasculated that she's wearing something some other man got her that wasn't her father. And even then, even the father a little bit. But I'll concede to that one. But some other man, no way. Holy fuck. That'd be crazy. So you're the jealous type. I'm not, listen, it's not that I'm jealous, but here's the thing. When you put a necklace on your girl's wrist, a necklace on your girl's neck or a bracelet on a girl's wrist that's diamond, sparkling, jewels, whatever, right? That she likes and is also kind of a flex a little bit to wear. It's like having a nice bag, like a Birkin or something. It's kind of a flex for girls, right? Knowing that you got her that shit, that you're the reason she has it, is dope for you as a man. Don't you see? Like, especially if she's never dated a man that could afford that shit, and then you get her some shit she like no man's ever afforded for her before, and then she'll love it and appreciate it or whatever. But more than that, she'll rock it, and when she's out in the world with you and she's by your side, whatever, and she's rocking that shit, that's dope for you as a man. You see? It's cool for her to wear nice jewelry. Fine. But it's way doper for you to know that when y'all walking along the street, that you're responsible for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like other men couldn't afford that shit. But you could, and it's your woman and she's adorned with the stuff you got her. Isn't that dope? That's way better. That's way better. That's dope for you as a man. That's a flex. What's not dope is to you be rocking some iced out whatever shit on your wrist, your iced out chain, your designer clothes, whatever, and then your girl wearing some fucking, I don't know, American Apparel or some fucking American Eagle, whatever. You get what I'm saying? You're dope dressed out, and then she's got some shit because you never even got her anything. That's weak. That makes you look bad as a man. Don't you see? That makes you look bad. Even if she's dressing like that and looks cute, if you're decked out and she's not, that makes you look bad as a man. And my friends would make fun of me. They'd be like, what, you couldn't afford her a jewelry necklace or something? For real. That's how it would be for real. And that would just make me feel like an asshole. So if you put that on her neck, if you put that on her wrist, you put that on her belt or her arm, her handbag, whatever, that's dope for you. And it's not simping if you got it. Don't stress, handsome. I'm not stressed. I get a little preachy, but I'm not stressed. I'm cool. My life's great. Doing all right. Oh, man. That is an ego thing. Yeah, that's cool. You should have a little bit of an ego about yourself, about your family, about your woman. What you should, yeah. That's my wife. That's my woman. That's my girlfriend. Like there is a little. That's because here's the thing. If y'all get married and that woman is now your wife, that's an extension of you. You see, when she's out in the world, even when you're not around, that's an extension of you. So if she doesn't look fresh, doesn't look well put together, doesn't look like the woman that you want her to be, that makes you look bad. You see? Don't you guys get it? Don't you see? And yes, that's ego, but yes, so have an ego a little bit. You're not just some selfless man of the people. You got to have, some self-motivation in there, all right? But if your wife isn't a representation of you, even when you're not around. So it's a bad advice for you as a man to just deck yourself out and adorn yourself in the nicest things or whatever, and your wife or whatever not get some of that too, because that makes you look bad as a man because she's you by extension. Don't you see? Don't you get it? That makes you look bad. Oh, man. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Anyways, it's not simping if you got it, guys. And if you're mad in my comments, you got your energy placed in the wrong place. You should be focused on making some money, and then you would also think exactly like I do. Because I don't watch other men's shit. I'm not like, oh my God. I couldn't imagine. Here, let me give you an impression that I could never imagine doing. Scrolling on Instagram or whatever, and then just finding some guy that I don't agree with, watch what he has to say, realize I don't agree, and then comment some shit, and then watch another video and then reply and comment on that shit, because that's what broke people do. That's what losers do. I couldn't imagine. I don't even watch other men's shit. Oh, I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Because I got shit to do. I'm busy in my life. I couldn't watch a guy's whatever and then and be like, oh, I don't agree with that opinion. Oh, what a simp. Broke. You're broke. You must be. Because who has the time for this shit when you should be out there making money? Oh, man. Okay, hey, you know what? That's a good question. I'm going to tackle this one. Kaiser asks, is it true that it's just your turn? Hold on. Is it true that it's just your turn and never yours? Okay, I'm going to paraphrase what you said, something a little bit more clear. Kaiser's saying, is it true that with a woman, it's just your turn? She's never yours. She's never your woman, like not for life. She's just your turn with her. And that's a sort of a red pill ideology thing. It's a very common trope in the red pill. Here's the thing. Relationships do have a beginning, middle, and end. And ideally, for most folks, I think that they want to have a relationship with somebody that ends in death. One of y'all dying. Ideally at the same time. That's like the ideal, all right? But just like with everything in your life, All of your relationships have a season to them. They begin, they flourish, there's a middle, and then there's an ending to them. Some of y'all's best friends and that you were with best friends in high school are not your best friends in college, or not your best friends in your real life or whatever, in your adult life later on. But I don't look at those relationships as, oh, well, he wasn't really my best friend. It was just my turn with him being my best friend. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand? So looking at women like that is just like looking at your high school best friend as, oh, it was just your turn. And people are whole human beings with their own life and perspective and experiences. And y'all come together that you come together, and then the relationship ends at the appropriate time, ordained by God or whatever you believe in. And then that's it. And you should appreciate what you had while you had it, for how long you had it. Hope, and some relationships will last, some won't. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, they're on to the next person, it was just my turn. It's just that people grow and your life changes and your path changes, and we might grow apart because of that. And that's it. Okay? Don't you see? It's not, you shouldn't look at it as such a sexual place that it's just like, oh, well, she's just going to sleep with other guys. For the same reason why you shouldn't look at your best friend in high school, if you're a guy and you have a male best friend in high school and you're no longer best friends because, I don't know, they got married, they got kids, you went on to college, they have a whole completely different life path, you guys haven't spoken in a few years. You shouldn't look at your best friend from high school as being, oh, it was just my turn with him. He's just got a wife now and he's got kids. There's a whole other person now, not me. Like, that shit is so one-dimensional, and I think that the human experience is much more wide, have a bigger breadth than that. And a mature adult would recognize that you had a relationship and now it's over, and then they move on to the next thing that's better for them in their life, and hopefully you for yours, and that's it. All right? Do you guys see? Do you understand? Hello, everybody. A few more questions. I always prioritize the subscribers first, guys. If you click the star at the bottom of my page, subscribe to my channel. Be my close friend on Instagram. I will prioritize your questions, I promise. So more like a blockbuster rental. No, it's not what I'm saying. But you do have your relationships with folks, all right? Like, for instance, I have a lot of brothers. My father had a lot of kids. I'm very close to one of my brothers, but he's also an adult man with a woman. He's got kids now. It's like a whole ass life. I might not talk to him for a very long time, okay? But we're still brothers. We come and go into life. Some of the other brothers, my half brothers, I'm not super close with. I know them. I respect them, whatever. But they're off to got their own life and their own engagement. There's still some level of connection there, and I could call them up years later, and because of that connection, that we could kind of catch up, and it's a mutual respect there. But like people that I used to date, like I don't even remember. I do remember, but vaguely, like girls I dated in high school and stuff. And you know what? They've moved on, and they have husbands and kids and all this shit and stuff now. And it's not like I rented them. It's more like we both came together at the time in our lives in which it was appropriate. And then now it's no longer appropriate to be together for a lot of reasons. And quite frankly, the kinds of people, like the women that I was attracted to when I was in high school, is not like what I'm attracted to now as an fully adult man. It's completely different. And I couldn't even imagine being attracted to that kind of person again. And it's not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just different. So at that season of my life it made sense, and this other season of my life it doesn't really. And those people have also moved on in their lives in an appropriate way. But if I ran into them again in that same way that I talked to my brothers, my half brothers or whatever, I'd be like, oh yeah, hey, wow, it's nice to see you, and I'm kind of interested into what happened afterwards, you see? And I don't think, oh, I just rented you and no longer I closed you up and returned you and I never have to speak to you again. That's fucking juvenile to think that way, you know? If I saw them in a grocery store, which I haven't been in the grocery store in years, that's a bad example, but whatever. If I walked into a grocery store and saw one of my exes from high school and she's got married and kids, I'd be kind of interested in that. Even though we're not hooking up anymore, even though she's not my girlfriend anymore, I've completely lost feelings, I have no connection or contact with this person, it's been literally decades, I would still be like, what happened? I'm like straight up just kind of curious. Like what's up to now? Where did your life take you? Because since I've known you intimately, I'm curious about that straight up. But that's because I'm a mature adult man. I recognize that other people exist and have lives outside of the scope in which they know me. Where do you get your food? Oh, I have a chef. There's a chef just cooks for me every day. Do you eat junk food? No, man, not anymore. I don't eat anything like sodium, no like sugar, no cheese. That's the reason why I got a chef, because honestly, going out, I was going out a lot in LA, eating out all the time. All the, everything's cooked with butter, everything's cooked with everything. I don't know, it's just additives and stuff. I still go out, I still go to nice dinners and stuff, but like daily I have a chef that prepares all my food. You don't have cheat days. I don't really need to cheat, I like what I eat. Would you be able to play piano tonight? I don't know. Maybe. How do you get over heartbreak? Well, you gotta put yourself back out there. You gotta have a life worth living. You gotta get out of your house. Straight up, get out of your house. So that's a big one, especially for guys. They'll have heartbreak, break up with a girl break up with them, whatever, and then they have a hard time re-socializing after that. Most guys, when they have a girlfriend, their kind of social circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Their social activities get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then over time, they don't really have much of a life outside of like work, gym, maybe come home to their girlfriend, hang out with her, do stuff with her on the weekend. Then you guys break up, and then the problem is it's not just so much the loss, it is the loss, but worse than that, it's just that you're getting back out there. Your social skills are so unpolished now. Everything's just hard to get back out there again. You have a bad habit of just staying home and being home. You're used to just kind of having regular Bible study easily. All right, so that's getting back out there and having a life again, and having a healthy social life and healthy sex life. All of those things is a habit you got to get back into. So the answer is, to get over it, you just got to force yourself to get back out there. You'll quickly socialize and make some friends again. You'll start having activities to go to and to distract yourself from the things. And then almost always, in almost every single case, you end up meeting somebody that was way better than the last one that you suffered the loss for. So don't worry about it. Just get back out there again. Why do you do these lives? For fun, actually. It's my only damn outlet. I actually like doing this. This is the only kind of content I like to make. I don't like pre-scripted content or like trying to think of something to say on camera, all this stuff. I'd much rather just one way. Hello, guys. Jobless? Yeah, I don't have a job. I haven't had a job in years. Is dating hard for you, considering everyone knows you from social media? I don't think everybody knows. I'm not that famous. I don't think I'm famous really at all. The only way over is under, yeah, getting under someone else. Hello, guys. Are you married? No, I'm not married. Let's see. What do you do for a living? So when I graduated college, I have a degree in physics and mathematics. I used to work for a company called, first it was Maersk, which is a sea line company, logistics company, because of the STEM background. And then I got a job at Northrop Grumman building payload delivery systems for some programs that I can't talk about, but also the F-18. I was also briefly on the F-35 program. Basically air vehicles like jets, all right? propulsion jet systems. For Northrop Grumman make the center fuselage for the F-35. So they're like the middle part of the plane. So I was in aerospace and moved around within that sector for 7 years, something like that, a little over that. And then I left. I did some lobbying work, a little bit of lobbying work, and then I just left all that behind. Got a fat check in part due to my efforts on when we won the B-53 bomber. And then I left that and then started companies. I have 5 different businesses that run themselves. I don't do anything now. They sort of run themselves, and I just collect management fees. I just set up corporate structure, and then the people that work there work the job, do the thing, build the company, whatever. I just set up the structure of them and then collect management fees. That's basically what I do. And to be honest, I haven't done that much in a while. I got some projects that I'm working on, but it doesn't really directly pay me. It's more like indirectly might later kind of deal, but we'll see. I do all right though. Don't worry about me. Can I have 2% of your company? No. Okay, let's see here. Where do you live? So I used to live in Beverly Hills. I just recently moved from Beverly Hills to the top of West Hollywood. A really nice house, really big house. Here at the top of the hill, I can kind of see everybody and everything. In fact, that's one of the things I'm mostly working on now is like getting the new house set up. Because I did a house tour video after I left. So my house that I lived in Beverly Hills for years, I moved out and then did a house tour video on my YouTube. You can watch it if you want. It's a $5 million house, a really nice place in Beverly Hills, right off Coldwater Canyon. Really, really nice. I was there for a long time, got a better deal on a better house in a better part of town. But I don't want to do house tours and stuff like that because people watch my shit. It's like in LA, it's low key dangerous, like not dope. So maybe if I move out here or leave for an extended period of time, I'll do a house tour video and post it on my YouTube. But you can check it out if you're interested. It's different, but I like it. It's different. I drive a McLaren and a Lamborghini, and both of those cars on this road coming up the West Hollywood, it's very bumpy like that, and it's like not dope for the vehicles. So that's been kind of an adjustment. And I've had to do a lot of maintenance on the cars just because of coming up and down these bumpy ass, windy ass roads. But outside of that, I like where I'm at better. Come to Silver Lake, I'd rather die. Everyone who works for you are treated very well. Yes. Love the view in the background. Yeah, that's actually LA, like straight up downtown LA. I have the best view in the city. It's an expensive view, but the best view in the city. It's kind of, I got a reflection. I'm reflecting the kitchen. Looks like there's a kitchen there. I got a little chandelier here. I can turn that off. There you go. And then my ring light that you guys see, and then that's literally Jimmy Kimmel, but that's the real view. What do you have against Silver Lake? Nothing. I just don't want to go to Silver Lake. Yeah, thank you. Just doing my nails. How's your night? Doing great. My night's great, guys. Doing good. Oh yeah, you're right. It is kind of. Let me turn that back on. I can turn on some overheads too. That's a little bright. Let me dim it down. Okay, good enough. All right. Do you have sisters? No, all brothers. The other house seems so much brighter. Yes, okay, see that's the whole point. The other house was brighter, way brighter. It's white. This house is dark because I'm in a fucking tower now. Crazy tower. And if it used to be white in here, but there was like, you'd have to wear sunglasses inside. It was so bright. So that dark the walls. And so basically I've had to get a lot of like light colored furniture to make it all match. That was the biggest problem. I had to get rid of everything that I had and have to get all new stuff. That was a big problem, but it's really coming together. It's really nice. It's not done. I still need like art on the walls and some stuff. I need like a dry bar and a couple other things, but I promise it's dope. I might walk through here one day with you guys and let you see, but one day. The other one was a beautiful house. Yeah, that was nice. It's really nice. This is nicer. It's about $2 million nicer. Do you like to travel? Yes, I like to travel. Oh, it's a ring light. Yeah, it's a ring light. Because I mean, otherwise it's like, I mean, you can't see me, but it's like dark. You know what I mean? Best I can do. Let's see here. Favorite thing about Shira? I like Shira. Shira and I are homies. We're like friends. We're good friends. I talk to her a lot. I like her content. She shares my content a lot, especially on Instagram. That's dope. But she doesn't just like share my content. Shira watches my stuff. She likes my stuff. So it's like, cause she'll say shit to me like, she'll mention some shit that I said like deep into one of my lives. I'm like, okay, all right, I see you watch my stuff. That's cool. I'll pop into her like lives and stuff sometimes. Shira, what people don't recognize about Shira is that she's fucking funny. Like Shira's really funny. She'll and like so, you know, she's serious sometimes, but sometimes she's not serious. It's hard to tell the difference, and I love that. I love that kind of humor. So she's just funny. Like, I mean, obviously a lot of her content's for women. It is for women. It's not something I can sit there and like just me watch a lot of because it's not really content for me. But I do pop into her YouTube. I do see her videos sometimes, and I do pop into her channel and watch her live sometimes, and I do donate a lot of money to her. Like just because I support her. I think she's a great creator. I think she's hilarious. Anyway, but I'd say we're really good friends. She's smart. Yeah, she is smart. That's why she's funny, because she's smart with it. She's quick too. I like that. Who's Shira? Shira's 7. She's the sprinkle lady. What is LA like? I like LA, but it's all about, just like with anything, it's all about like your bubbles, your circles, like who you hang out with. That's a big part of it. Where's the puppy? He probably put himself to bed. If you're gonna make a YouTube making pizza, I might. That's funny, you remember that. The answer is, I might. Oh, anyways, guys, that's my time. It's been an hour. Thanks everybody for joining me. I gotta go. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Had a blast. We'll see you guys next time. Add me on Instagram. I post my real actual life there. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Thanks everybody. Let me see if I can. All right.